wannan yankin cibiyoyin ekwa kamar asibitin ido, gidan saukar baƙi, cibiyoyin kiwon lafiya na al'umma, kwalejin tauhidi ta Tofa, makarantu na firamare da sakandare na ekwa da kuma makarantar littafi mai tsarki ta farko a Ƙaraye za su kasance a ƙarƙashin gudanarwarta. Elizabeth Lamido, labaran NTA.
A ƙoƙarin ƙawata birnin Kano, gwamnatin jihar Kano ta ƙaddamar da shirin gyaran birane da ya ƙunshi dasa fulawoyi a kan manyan hanyoyi. A bisa haka ne Hauwa Muktar ta ji ra'ayoyin magidanta a kan wannan ci gaba.
An ƙawata titunan wasu manyan titunan jihar Kano, inda aka dasa ɗaruruwan ƙananan bishiyoyi, an jera su cikin tsari akan manyan hanyoyi, rumfunan titi da hanyoyi masu tafiya a ƙafa. Wasu daga cikin mazauna birnin jihar sun bayyana mabambanta ra'ayoyinsu.
Ina jin daɗi sosai ganin cewa yadda Kano ta zama ko ina za ka ga cewa an yi shuke-shuke, musamman ma korayen shuke-shuke.
Shuka bishiyu abu ne mai kyau, alhamdulillah sun ƙayatar sosai, ko don lafiyar idanunmu ma abin ya ƙayatar da mu sosai. Idan ka fito ka gansu ga sunan dai, musamman kowa ya san kalar green kala ce mai kyau.
Wannan aiki da aka yi kamar a Turai, Allah ya sa duk gwamnatin da ta zo ta dora daga inda aka tsaya.
Sai dai wasu sun nuna damuwa kan kula da bishiyoyin, suna roƙon a tabbatar da ba su ruwa da kulawa yadda ya kamata.
Shuka bishiyoyi abu ne mai amfani, musamman idan zafi ya yi yawa. Wayannan bishiyoyin da ake shuka suna kawo iska.
Masana muhalli sun yaba da wannan shiri, suna mai jaddada cewa birane masu kore sun fi kyau ga lafiya kuma sun fi jan hankalin mazauna da baki. Hauwa Muktar, labaran NTA.
Ɗaukar doka a hannu tamkar karan tsaye ne ga kundin tsarin mulkin ƙasa da ke jan hankalin hukumomi dangane da matakan da za a ɗauka wajen kawo ƙarshen al'amarin. Hadiza Muhammad ta ba da labarin cewar al'amarin barazana ne ga zaman lafiyar ƙasa.
Kundin tsarin mulkin Najeriya ya tsaya a matsayin dokar ƙoli ta ƙasa, inda ya samo asali daga manyan tsare-tsare guda 4 na shari'a waɗanda suka shafi dokokin Ingilishi, dokokin gama gari, na al'adu da na shari'a. Yayin da ɓangaren gwamnati ke da alhakin samar da dokoki da nufin tabbatar da zaman lafiya da tabbatar da dokoki da shugabanci na gari, wanda hurumi ne na ɓangaren shari'a ta fassara waɗannan dokoki da tabbatar da adalci. Sai dai ana samun ƙaruwar al'amura inda ɗaiɗaikun mutane ko ƙungiyoyi ke ɗaukar doka a hannunsu, lamarin da ba wai take hakkin bil'adama ba ne, har ma yana lalata tsarin doka.
Ina ganin rashin ilimi yana taimakawa sosai a samun mutane suna ɗaukan hukunci a hannayensu.
Rashin ɗaukan doka a hannu yana nuna tsari da jama'a suke da shi, yana nuna tsari da gwamnati take da shi, kuma kan bayi ga adalci in gwamnati za ta iya zartar da dokar da kanta.
Hukumomin ƙasa sun yi Allah wadai da irin waɗannan ayyuka, inda suka yi gargaɗi cewa sau da dama hakan kan tada jijiyoyin wuya da haddasa tashin hankali ko jikkata wani ko ma asarar rayuka.
Kullum muna zagaya muna mutane wayar da kai cewa idan sun ga mutum ya laifi kar su dauki doka a hannunsu a ci gaba da dukan shi, a ji mai ciwo ko a kona dukiyar mutane. To in kai haka kai ma kan ka zama mai laifi.
Dan yan adam suka dauki doka a hannunsu to kusan haka za mu koma. Shi sa kullum ana sanar da mutane cewar ba daidai ba ne al'umma ta ce za ta dauki doka a hannu akan ko me ya faru a cikin gari.
Sun yi kira ga 'yan ƙasa musamman matasa da su yi haƙuri su bar tsarin shari'a ya bi tafarkinsa. Suna masu jaddada cewa wanda aka samu da irin wannan halayya ta haramtacciyar hanya ta ɗaukar doka a hannu za a hukunta shi. Hadiza Muhammad, labaran NTA.
Yanzu kuma labaran zai kai ziyara duniyar masana harkokin wasanni.
Arsenal sun doke Manchester United da ƙwallo 1-0 a gasar Premier na Turai. Radu Kanu da Draper za su kara a gasar doubles ta US Open. Dushambo ya samu tikitin zuwa gasar ƙwallon lambu na Ryder Cup. St. Helens sun lallasa Huddersfield domin hawa matsayi na uku.
Sai kuma hasashen masana yanayi ne na gobe idan Allah ya kai mu. Sai kuma shawarar masana. Ana shawartar jama'a da su guji tsayawa a ƙarƙashin bishiya ko layin wutar lantarki don fakewa a lokacin damina. To jama'a, bisalam.
Good evening and thank you for watching. I am Aminu Umar. Kano State Police Command has arrested 333 suspects and recovered weapons, vehicles, cash and election materials during the rerun elections for the Garit Anyawa constituency and the by-election for Bagwai Shanono constituency held on Saturday 16th August 2025. Details of this report will come in our subsequent bulletin. Now, nursing mothers have been advised to take their newborns for routine immunization as part of efforts to curb preventable diseases and reduce maternal and child death. Chairman House Committee on Health Services, Amos Gomna Magaji, gave the advice during an oversight visit to Kano State. Muhammad Ibrahim reports.
The oversight mission is to assess ongoing health programs and interventions in the state. During the visit, Chairman of the committee emphasized the importance of routine immunization, urging mothers to prioritize the health of their newborns as a means of reducing child mortality.
We are impressed, first of all, with the level of renovation. The facility is very clean, and then we also had an interaction with the workforce there. The workers are zealous, they are committed, even though they still need more hands in order to deliver.
Kano State Commissioner of Health, Dr. Abubakar Yusuf, welcomed the visit, noting that it will help align policies and programs aimed at achieving better health outcomes for families across the state.
We have discussed extensively and we have seen how much they have brought to Kano, what they have intended to do, and how they intend to make health sector better.
The function is part of a nationwide exercise by the National Assembly to monitor the implementation of healthcare policies with a focus on reducing preventable deaths and improving service delivery. Muhammad Ibrahim, NTA News.
Now, the Evangelical Church Winning All, ECOWA, has inaugurated the Kano Central District Church Council, created after the split of the defunct council at its 2025 general meeting in Jos Plateau State. The pioneer leadership was installed on Saturday, August 16, 2025 at ECHO number 2, Norman's Land, Kano. Elizabeth Ila reports.
The resolution passed after years of deliberation led to the emergence of two new councils, Nta Kano Central District Church Council and Nta Kano South District Church Council. The pioneer leaders were inaugurated to continue with the mantle of leadership on 16th of August 2025. The Kano Central DCC now oversees Kano Metropolis and several surrounding local government areas, including Rogo, Iru, Karayi, Garum Malam, Minjibir, Bagwai, Tofa, Bichi, Sanyawa, Dambata, and Kabo. Altogether, it brings 73 local churches, EMS stations, and prayer houses with a membership strength of 17,295 baptized and non-baptized members.
ECHO is progressive and we are making a lot of progress, and therefore from these two DCCs in Kano we look forward in the next 10-20 years to have more than two, maybe 5, 10 or so many, because life is not static.
The number of the people that attended simply signified that people in this area are happy with the development, and this is a plus for ECHO.
Reverend Emmanuel Onumuyiwa Malomo emerged as chairman alongside Reverend Yusuf Sariki as vice chairman, Reverend Ibrahim Auta, secretary, Reverend Eli Ego, assistant secretary, Elder Nuhu Ahmed Musa as delegate, and Elder Ibrahim Saro Ladu as treasurer.
Now that we have our new DCC, our focus, number one, is to glorify God. Number two is for the expansion of the kingdom of God by the way of evangelism, which ECHO is known for.
Within this jurisdiction, ECHO institutions such as the Eye Hospital, Guest House Community Health Clinics, Theological College Tofa, ECHO Primary and Secondary Schools, and the Basic Bible School Karai will operate under its administration. In Kano, Elizabeth Yilalamido, NTA News.
In a bid to beautify and transform the cityscape, the Kano State Government has launched an urban renewal initiative that includes planting flowers along major roads in the state capital. Hawa Mukhtar, who spoke with residents in Kano Metropolis, samples their views on the project.
Some major roads in Kano State have been lined with hundreds of small trees neatly arranged along highways, road dividers, and pedestrian walkways. Some residents of the state capital express different opinions.
And we thank God that the work is so very disciplined and so very strict. You can see how Nasarawa will look like, Abuja, like from Tama, street light everywhere. Look at the flowers, everything, you don't understand. The flowers, everything is looking fine. People are coming into Kano, they know that this is coming.
However, some showed concern about the care of the trees, urging that they should be properly watered and maintained.
The planting of trees, it brings a lot of changes, especially the scenery of the area. That is by changing the climate. So planting tree at a time, it brings different air that will neutralize the pollution that we normally have from the environment.
It's really fascinating. The green color is a beautiful one. Environmental experts commended this initiative, stressing that greener cities are healthier and more attractive to both residents and visitors. Hawa Mukhtar, NTA News.
And from environmental sustainability now to societal norms, where the increase in cases of individuals taking laws into their hands by passing legal process to carry out personal justice have become a growing concern for authorities. Hadiza Muhammad reports that officials warn such behavior undermines the rule of law and often results in serious and unlawful consequences.
The Constitution of Nigeria stands as the supreme law of the land, drawing from 4 key legal systems: English law, common law, customary, and Sharia law. While the legislative arm of government is responsible for enacting laws aimed at ensuring peace, order, and good governance, it is the judiciary's role to interpret these laws and uphold justice. However, there are increasing instances where individuals or groups take the law into their hands, a trend that has not only infringes on fundamental human rights but also undermines the rule of law.
If we can work on our educational system, I think it will help us in eradicating people taking laws into their hands.
If people are allowed to be taken law in their individuality, you see, life in the society will be inconceivable otherwise.
Authorities have condemned such actions, warning that they often escalate tensions, leading to violence, injury, or even loss of life.
We are always admonishing and sensitizing the public not to take law into their hands. And
it's very dangerous for a society to be taking laws into their own hands, because that is the difference between animal kingdom and that of human being. You know, the reason of the laws is that we are to, whenever anything happens to you or somebody wrongs you, you are to report to the law for its own way of making you to be satisfied on what have been done to you or damage that has been done to you by way of redress, way of damages.
They are calling on citizens, particularly the youth, to exercise restraint and allow the legal system to take its course, stressing that everyone found guilty of such unlawful behavior will face the criminal prosecution. In Kano, Hadiza Muhammad, NTA News.
And now to sports with Masoud Aliyu.
Arsenal beats Manchester United 1-0 at the Premier League. Raducanu and Draper face each other in US Open doubles. Dushambo qualifies for Ryder Cup. St. Helens thrash Huddersfield to take third spot.
And let's now look at tomorrow's weather focus in Kano and some selected cities. And from weather prospects now to experts' advice for today, and it says people are advised to avoid standing under a tree or power line during the rainy season in order to avoid being hit by fallen trees and power lines. And that was the news. Thank you for watching. I am Amin Umar.